My name is John Keatley and I'm a photographer. The type of pictures I'm best known for are my portraits, and my work ranges from quirky with a dry sense of humor to dramatic, very serious portraits of people. I think when a viewer doesn't see emotion in a photograph, they want to look at it a little longer. There's something that they feel is missing from that image and they want to add something to it or figure out what's going on. And I really like that because it makes people think a little bit more and look a little bit more. How I depict somebody really depends on the assignment. Sometimes it can be a very serious subject, but there's something that I come across in the shoot or when talking to the person that I find really interesting. I try not to take myself too seriously, and so I would say I project that sometimes into the people that I'm working with. I love when I can create an image of somebody, regardless of their stature in society, that shows them not taking themselves or life too seriously. Especially when I'm able to get an image that's very unexpected from that person, where there is this off moment that might seem humorous, not at the subject's expense. And that's the type of work that I'm really drawn to. I've been told that you can't pursue a serious career in photography living in Seattle, and there's certainly no celebrity work in Seattle. And I know that other places there is a lot more opportunity, but I've been able to create somewhat of a niche. A lot of the celebrities that come through I end up getting hired for, and it's been somewhat of a snowball effect that just keeps growing. Annie Leibovitz was one of the most memorable. She was the most willing to experiment of anyone I've ever photographed. It was a very simple pose, it was lighting driven, and she was moving around and really using her hands a lot. She was doing it very naturally. And I really wanted to get a picture of her closing one eye as if she was looking through the camera. That was the moment that I ended up connecting with the most. I would love to photograph a president at some point. So far, Dennis Haysbert is the closest I've come to, as he played a president on TV. I did almost photograph a vice president. I photographed Sarah Palin for the cover of her new book, Going Rogue. I love being on location just because of the chaos and the mystery of what might happen or what you might discover. Whenever I go to a place, I always ask to get the full tour, and usually there's always one place, a basement, a room, where they say, oh, you don't want to go in there, there's nothing in there, it's terrible. And that's usually the place we end up shooting. It might be terrible in their minds, maybe they left a messy desk or something, but it always tends to have the most character. My personal work tends to be a lot quirkier and a lot more off the wall than the assignment work that I do. For example, earlier this year, I produced a photo shoot about a group of illegal underground arm wrestlers in Seattle. People start to get confused and they'll say, well, I didn't realize that arm wrestling was illegal, that's crazy. Or my friend who I studied abroad with, we ended up leaving him at a nunnery and he became a nun. He was there for 3 years. I do enjoy pulling people's legs occasionally. My name is John Keatley, I'm a photographer, and I'm represented by Redux Pictures.